Jorge Rivera with FirstCoast.tv. We saw the headlines on our local paper, so we got in our car and headed straight down to the Islamic Center to see what was going on. We got to talk to the demonstrators, and we talked to one of them. Don't know if she was the person in charge, but we got to talk to her, and this is what she said.
Okay, good. I find myself here with
Barbara Nealon, N-E-L-E-N, Orlando, Florida.
All right. And why are you here in front of the Islamic Center here in St. Augustine?
Well, I have a short statement I can read, and then I'll answer any additional questions for you.
Okay.
We do not stand here against anything. We stand here in support of our fallen, our freedom, our faith, our flag, and our forefathers. If anyone from the community inside would like to come stand with us, we welcome them with open arms. We're all Americans first. But frankly, the extended silence from the Islamic community across the United States is deafening. As we well know with history, bad things happen when good people do nothing. To show their solidarity with our country and to distance themselves from radical Islamic jihadist extremists who wreak such havoc upon human life both here and abroad, simply for not being Muslim or Muslim enough, we invite these Muslims to come, pick up a flag, and honor our fallen and flag alongside us.
For the record, my record, I didn't see any of the signs that you see here in the newspaper that Islam is the Church of the Devil or whatever in 666, and I did not see Confederate flags, which some people called me and said they saw these disturbing Confederate flags outside a place of worship again after Charleston. And I know that a lot of the Muslims that were there did not bring their wives or children because they feared for their safety. To also be fair to the demonstrators when I was there, yes, the peacekeepers, those who were in solidarity with the Islamic Center to allow them to worship and not be harassed, did bring cake, and there was pizza, and there was lemonade, and some of the demonstrators came and shared. I think that was positive. There was dialogue, that was positive. But you must understand that if you have this kind of sign and you have Confederate flags, it's hard to say we come here with open arms if you're calling my religion a satanic worshiping kind of thing. Just like if I went to a Jewish synagogue and said I love my Jewish brothers, and I have pictures of Adolf Hitler, crosses, or swastikas, or anything that intimidates them. So you are defined by the people you have in your demonstration. You could say, I didn't write the sign, I did not invite that person. You could go on and on, but the cameras never lie. They just show what's there. We went to talk to the peacekeepers, those who are there because they feel this is unnecessary to harass the Islamic Center, to make them feel that they're responsible for what happened in Tennessee. Like me as a Catholic, I'm sort of responsible for what's going with the Irish Republican Army in Ireland, or my Protestant brothers are responsible for what the Ulster Unionists do also in the Republic of Ireland. I don't think so.
Okay, tell me why are we here with this group of people here in the Islamic Center?
We're here to show solidarity with the Muslim community. There are those, someone once said that the world's divided into two kinds of people, those who divide the world into two kinds of people and those who don't. And the ones that are out on the sidewalk divide the world into two kinds of people, and I think the people here are the kinds that don't, and are look at all of us as being brothers and sisters and people of faith, and we just have different ways to express that faith. And so we're here as people of faith expressing our support for our brothers and sisters in the Islamic community.
All right. Thank you very much.
We also got to talk with a gentleman who turned out to be like the spokesman for the Islamic Center, and his name was Mohammed, and this is what he had to say.
Okay, I find myself here with
Muhammad.
Okay, Mohammed, and my question for you is, how do you feel with the protesters in front of the Islamic Center?
There's no issues here with them. They have the right to be here. Freedom of speech is your right. Amendments, you know. So when I talked to them a few days ago, what they want is equality and peace and love for one another throughout this whole community in St. Johns County. And I told her we want the same thing. So basically all they want is for us to unite. The thing she keeps telling me is she wants us to fly the flag, which is fine, we can do that. So basically all they want is equality between each other. I guess what flared this was the killings in Chattanooga, which our hearts are for them, the families, our prayers are with them too. So basically what they want is peace and equality, that's the same thing what we want too. That's what's in our religion, is for everyone to love one another and take care of one another.
All right. And all these people that are right over here behind you, to your side, there's quite a large group. Are they protesters or?
No, they're from a different organization. They're here to try and combine the Muslims, the Jews, and the Christians to make sure everyone, understands each other, and to make sure, they're basically the peacekeepers here.
Okay, so there's solidarity.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Well, Mohammed, I thank you very much, and salam alaikum, my brother.
Thank you. Salam alaikum.
We're having a nice conversation. We had a good convo with somebody from inside who proclaimed his love for America, his love for the flag. I have him on a video kissing the flag, and he agreed to get with the upper echelon within the mosque, and within 2 weeks have a meeting and have a flagpole installed, which is all that we were asking. Other churches in the area have flagpoles installed, and it would show every passerby, not just us, that they're American first, and there's no cause for concern.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I also got a chance to talk to a retired pastor. He had something interesting to say. Let's say what he has to say.
I'm a pastor of a Presbyterian church, a retired pastor. I'm here because really, I'll tell you, it came to me, my dad. My dad was a Presbyterian minister. He got his doctorate at Edinburgh University, and he went over in 1936 to do it, and part of it was to go to Marburg, Germany, and there's a Reformed seminary there. While he was there, he heard Hitler on the street. He got involved with groups that were building understanding, and he even became a part of the resistance that was starting to form in Nazi Germany against Hitler. 50% of the Jews have already left Marburg. Concentration camps were in operation, but people were still trying to figure out what to do. And it was only about in November of that year that the people who really were saying verbally this was wrong, what was happening to the Jews, started to act on it. The world is you have two choices now in the world, hatred or understanding, and he stood up for understanding. He decided to stand up, and that's why I'm here today.
I know that the news, and a lot of it sometimes seems like it's propaganda, tries to turn one group against another. Well, we're talking about blacks who feel oppressed by the state, the Confederate flag, or now Hispanics like myself, branded drug dealers and rapists, because the average Joe wouldn't know if I'm Mexican, they wouldn't know if I'm here legally or not. I guess the first cloak thrown over me would be one of suspicion. And so, not to say that I also look Palestinian or of Arab descent. So everywhere I go, it seems that a lot of us in our society, are becoming enemies of the state, whether we know it or not. So we need to stop regressing in the last 10 years. We need to start moving forward. And to see signs like that in places of worship, or symbols of hate in other places of worship, I think disturbs most people. And those who are not willing to stand up or talk, I know in the back of their minds, they're thinking, how can we change this? How can we change the dynamics of negative and turn it into a dynamic of positive? And so, that's me, Jorge Rivera. I'll end it with the wise words of a great man. Fathers, fathers, we don't need to escalate. War is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. I believe that was Marvin Gaye. He sung it beautifully. And so, have a nice day.